Hello everyone and welcome back to From Our Basement Gaming.
Hey everyone.
We are back with part 4 of our Mega Bomberman Let's Play. And I do apologize for the noise. They were supposed to work on making that heater more quiet, but so far it's actually louder because there's a big gap between the door and the room that heater's in because they cut it wrong. But anyway, we are back with part 4.
And we are
Yeah, the not very efficient basement guys that we have working here.
indeed.
I cannot wait till they are out of our lives.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah. Well, I also think that guy was doing it. Yeah, it's like a magnet thing. There were some enemies in the other Bomberman games that do that type of thing. But yes, you're right, we don't normally see that. Yeah, back. Just adjusting the volume a little bit. I am of the current opinion that I think our mic is too low.
Sorry, I was trying to talk.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll have to adjust it afterwards because that explains why it's different, because it was not drooping before and lately it's been drooping. Yeah, we'll have to do it later.
I'm sorry.
When we're not
recording.
recording. Yeah.
Fix on the job.
Yes.
Which is always the smartest thing to do.
No. Because I think it might require... Because I think the thing is loose, so I think it might require a little more specialized fixing rather than just moving it. It is a pain, I know. I want a new setup.
Yeah.
Well, I think it'll be a very, very long time before we can achieve this type of thing. We were talking about wanting a separate space to record.
Oh yeah, that's gonna take a while.
Yeah. And lots of research.
Yep.
More than just the surface level research that I've been doing so far. I want to ask my mom about it, but I don't want her to take it the wrong way.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
She hasn't had it.
yeah. Like, you have a space. I made the space for you. Yeah. That type of
Oh,
stuff.
that's great.
Oh, not that it's greed, but that she'll remind me, you don't really have enough money to have a place of your own. Why would you be able to have enough money to rent a studio? Yeah, that kind of thing. And it's like, I get it, being a realist is important. However, if it actively gets in the way of your... You know they say shoot for the stars, right? If it gets in the way of that, then it's kind of yes, you have to be realistic in going about achieving your goals, but at the same time, if you're too down in the nitty-gritty, you'll never accomplish it because you'll convince yourself, you'll program yourself that it's not possible. I feel like, anyway.
Probably. Right as rain.
I don't remember who told me this or if it was just something that I figured out on my own, but I feel like, you know, and I want to try this more because I'm very bad at this, but you can like look at that impossible goal that you're daydreaming about, write that down first, and then you can focus on, okay, what of this can I realistically achieve, or what do I need to do to realistically achieve it, rather than, because my habit, and I think this got me really down in the dumps, my habit was, I have to make the really realistic goal first. So I was like, already in the very beginning, like, I don't want to set myself up for disappointment, so I'm gonna put a low bar. It'll be enough that I could feel some kind of achievement, but I'm also gonna make it low, so it's achievable, and it's like you gotta have some kind of balance.
I take it that really hurt you in the end.
Yeah. It kinda did, and like, because I haven't really, yeah, and I didn't realize this is underwater. I thought it was ice, but I realized because of the bubbles it's underwater. So. But anyway, yeah, I think that,
Scary.
oh, spider crab. I'm thinking that's an actual spider crab. Boss.
Whoa.
It's a big crab. Actually, to be honest, I don't know what size Bomberman is supposed to be. Now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know if he's human size or smaller. What? Yeah.
This is scary. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, I guess I'm still kind of unsatisfied in my life. At first I'm like thinking, oh, is this like a early midlife crisis or a regularly timed midlife crisis? But then I'm like, no, I don't think it's a midlife crisis. I think it's just that I'm not. We aren't? Yeah, I guess we aren't.
Are we?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people get the midlife crisis early.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, no, I don't think that's quite what it is. I think it's just that, you know, I'm still not where I want to be. Not, I've achieved things, but I need to go in a different direction. No, it's kind of like I'm still not there yet, type of feeling. If that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah. But yeah, it also hit me about that well-meaning generational trauma that, you know, that the adults in our life have taught us not to put our hopes up too high because they don't want us to get hurt.
Yeah.
I actually heard a discussion about that on YouTube. Someone I watched was reviewing an episode of Gumball that, covered that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you remember it. And he talked about his own experience with that very thing, and how like as a YouTuber, he had those struggles. He didn't initially have a lot of people supporting him, but he hung in there, and then he did find people who were supportive, and he was able to keep going. So I thought that was pretty good. So yeah, I think my mom, I think she has that well-meaning thing going on, but thinks she's, telling me what's best for me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, maybe not.
Well,
You kind of need balance.
you're right. That constantly settling.
Yeah. Right. Then that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Right. And that's and it also is perfectly okay to try something and then it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And I think, for me, that happens. It has happened a lot with the careers. I know my career goals seem lofty, I guess, or like unattainable, but I'd like to believe they're still possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, because I don't really know people who have the know-how to help me, and I'm not endlessly rich to pay people to help me, I am kind of in a difficult position, but
I found out that our parents had enough of resources to get one of those songs made, and yeah. If you're watching this on YouTube, I think you know what I'm talking about.
right. But that basically proves that you also need... Okay, money does not solve anything. That basically does not solve everything. That basically proves it. Money and resources help, but you also need the passion.
Yes.
You need to put in the effort. You need, in this case, you need to be trained. You need to get some lessons.
It helps.
I think that was the biggest issue. She needed lessons. Because I am somebody who happens to believe anybody can sing. Yeah, she can. But I'm thinking this was just it didn't feel... I don't think that song was planned out enough. And also, if you don't know the right people, after you make one song, it's like, oh, okay, well, what now? Especially a song that didn't really It caught on, but not for the right reason. Yeah. Yeah.
Frankly, anyone can achieve anything if you work.
Yes. And it certainly is much easier if you're not alone and you have support.
Exactly.
And part of my issue is I don't have a lot of support in the community itself.
Yeah, and I would like to see that change.
Yeah, it would be nice. I'm very introverted, though, and I'm not very much a tooting my own horn guy, like, at all. I'm, like, sometimes, frankly, the opposite. So I'm very awkward when I'm trying to, like, sell myself. Just kind of like, yeah, I have this voice that can do A, B, and C, but, you know, I'm not really, like... It's hard. Like, I feel like a lot of the other people are a little bit too arrogant.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, it's almost like you need a certain amount of it. Yeah, so I think that's why I struggle, because I have, like, none of it. And one voice actor I did coaching with said that I have to be really specific with what I can offer, and I just don't feel like I can be specific because I haven't had enough, you know, enough going on in the professional venue with voice acting to be like, yeah, I can definitely do this thing, you know. I'm not a very good at fake it till you make it type of thing yet. But, you know, I have some ideas here on YouTube too, that, you know, hopefully with some help and research I could try to make happen. We shall see.
Yes.
It's very intimidating now that so many YouTubers are so professional to get started. With the other ideas I have, the independent ideas I have outside of this channel.
Right.
Because I'm certainly not going to go and do a Let's Play channel by myself.
Yeah,
that's our thing, yeah. Yeah, I know I was on this channel, I know I played The Sims a little bit, but then that computer was not handling The Sims well anymore, and it is currently dead. And then the computer I have that can handle The Sims is too noisy, so I don't even, I think one person was watching it anyway, so I'm like, I don't even know if I have the audience for me to attempt that again anyway. But I think that's separate than, you know, going out and doing your own channel. Because it would still be under our channels. Yeah. And I feel like that was another thing you and I kind of had given up on, I guess. Or didn't even really get started, was, you know, doing YouTube before this channel. Yeah.
Yes, we had given up. Never got the chance.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think certainly in the earlier days we were curious about it. But we really didn't know what kind of niche to do, and it was kind of just, we're here, and in the basement, and all we could really do in the basement was play video games. So, I, got the idea, well, why don't we do a Let's Play channel?
Yep.
Yeah. But it's like, why not record it?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. It's something we enjoy doing.
Yeah, we both enjoy playing games and have since we first known each other.
Yeah, so I'm like, and yeah, I know we're not really sure if this channel will ever be monetized or not, but the fact that we're at least this far,
yeah,
and that we accomplished this.
Yeah.
There, and like, why not? Why can't we accomplish the other things?
Exactly. You and I, pardon.
It's okay.
You and I had worked on this crap for about 5 years now.
By the way, in case you had trouble hearing him, he said crap. I just wanted to make sure it didn't sound like a different word. So.
Yeah.
Man, this boss is giving us some trouble.
Yeah, I don't know how many hits he takes.
I don't know if I can find out if there's some kind of catch.
Indeed.
I'm gonna try to go to Google because Bing is not good. No, I don't want to try Gemini. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I would ask Steve, but I think the walk was required.
Yeah, probably.
And that's not gonna help.
Grub Robs. His name is Grub Robs. Oh. This game was originally called Bomberman 94.
Oh, wow.
Well, the Genesis did a good job at mastering I don't know. Is this the same game as Super Bomberman? Yeah, I don't know. I get confused about it. Maybe I'll try to find text advice, because watching someone else play it while we're doing the channel is not very helpful.
Right.
The line bomb with the remote control are effective against him. After 6 hits. Well, no, he said after 6 hits, he will take his second smaller form. So this is a long one. It takes a total of 11 hits.
Ooh. Dookie.
So you have to hit the big one 6 times, and then 5 more times once it's a smaller form that moves faster, by the way. Yeah. I know crabs are our mortal enemy on this channel. It's because they know we're from Maryland and eat them. They do! The crabs ate. We love you, but you hate us.
Yeah. Indeed.
We're doing it to get away from Kevin and Connor. Actually, I don't even... I mean, I like Maryland crab, but I actually prefer the Alaskan crab legs. Yeah. Which I try not to talk about too often because I imagine it's blasphemy. You know, being a Marylander and preferring Alaskan crab. I've never had the Dungeness crab, so I don't know how that is. I've also never had stone crab, so no, I've never had spider crab either. I hear it's a rare and expensive delicacy.
Yes. But nobody actually likes fish.
Yeah, well, they're scary. They're big and they're scary. Like, I think we both saw them at the aquarium in Osaka. And they look like aliens the way they move in the waters. It's like, oh. You're like, I don't want to come across that in the water. Or on the beach or anywhere, really.
Yeah. I just found it amazing that no one tried. That most fisher guys, they go after the little Maryland crab and the slightly bigger Alaskan crab, but they don't really want to go after the giant spider crab.
Yeah, and then you have the Dungeness crabs, which I think they might be relatively the same size as ours, maybe a little bigger, I don't remember. They're hairy crabs, though, they're kind of cute. They got this hairy body. And I think Japan has a similar crab. I know they have the king crab, but then I think they have another one that's hairy, kind of like the Dungeness crabs. And I think that's the one they eat the most. Well, depending on what part of Japan. Obviously, like, up north they do the king crabs, which are similar to the Alaskan crabs. I think. But I don't know I'd have to research what kind of crabs the rest of Japan eats. I know they don't eat it nearly as much as we do.
We really like crab.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I don't imagine they have much meat in them that would satisfy humans. And very tragically, even though we don't eat them, the US and parts of Asia have a bad history of using the horseshoe crabs.
Oh yeah, horseshoe crabs. I forgot about those little guys.
Yeah, which it disturbs me that they drink their blood and basically put them back.
Ooh, right.
Yeah. And a lot of I think nowadays we're coming up with more alternatives, but traditionally a lot of the medicines we made had components that were made from horseshoe crab blood Because they have some kind of antibodies in them or something that...
I can't remember. I could be wrong. Pointed out that different blood consistencies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong on this.
They do. Yep, the article I read mentions that. And to me it's pretty cruel, like I almost feel like it's crueler than catching them and eating them. Which I know might sound strange, but I am somebody who... I don't care what animal it is. I feel that all animals have at least the capacity for pain and to realize when they're in a situation where they are suffering. So, you know, I found it really bizarre when people were having these arguments that if an animal has over a certain intelligence, maybe we shouldn't be eating it. And I'm like, by that logic, we shouldn't be eating animals at all. So it's like,
correct.
You know,
We shouldn't.
yeah. Well, the problem is we need more reliable plant-based protein. Or at the very least, to be properly educated and have those resources available to us in an affordable way. Because honestly, I'm not great at, you know, figuring out alternatives even to like the stuff that bothers me that I have trouble eating. So it would make it even more complicated for me to cut out meat and make sure I'm still getting the stuff I need that I get from meat. So it's doable, yeah, but it takes a lot of dedication, patience, and support.
Oh, God. Creepy.
It molded the outer shell. Molted is what I meant to say. Oops.
I'm speechless.
Alright, last try, and then we'll stop the video here for now since we're past the 30-minute mark. But now I think we're getting better, so if we don't get it this time, I think we will next time.
Yeah. He shoots 4 balls in this one, but he shoots.
Yeah, and he's faster. I definitely see that. It's usually how bosses go. They don't get easier the more progress you make, they get harder.
Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the reason I got confused was because Super Bomberman 2 also came out in '94, but it's definitely a different game.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's got a different plot, different characters, so... Yeah. So that's why I'm like, the fact that they call this one Bomberman 94, I'm like, where in the lineup is it?
I know for a while
Right. So that's why I'm confused, because we have Super Bomberman, Super Bomberman 2. etc. Yeah. But yes, I know in the original software initially they had the year after. And then this was localized. The re-release was localized as Mega Bomberman.
Better than Wario Blast, and that's the end of today's episode.
Alright guys, see you next time.
Take care,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.